Welcome back to One Brain Ops. Last time, we fought a bunch of Lagoo's bandits, and we met some new Lagoo's allies. So, let's get to it with the next chapter, which is going to feature another map screen. So I'll shut up and let it play.
The history of Tellius is a history of warfare, or so the troubadours sing. It is a history of unending conflict between the Bjork and the Lagoo's, a history penned in blood and scarred by mistrust. The Bjork fight with the weapons of man, the sword, the axe, the lance, and the magic arts, while the Lagoo's, able to transform into beast, bird, and dragon, are weapons unto themselves. Both were created equally by the goddess, but neither race has ever accepted the other. The Heron Prince, Raphael, the Wolf Queen of Hatari, Nyla, and her vassal, Volug. Is the Dawn Brigade's meeting with these three Lagoo's chance, or a sign of things to come? Micaiah can only wonder.
The Lost Heir. Yeah, considering what we came out to the desert to do, the Lost Heir is a bit of a hint in the chapter title, isn't it? Which, yeah, South just goes ahead and mentions. Yep. Just to remind everybody, we were actually looking for Ashnard's son out here. Okay, and we are now at the base, so let's go ahead and get info conversations going first. So we'll start with South. I usually just like to do them in the order they appear in the menu, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we could always use more South. 10,000 gold is a lot. Plus that 3,000 that we got from that one chest. That's a lot of gold, so right now we're actually doing pretty well for cash. Alright, so this conversation, it shows its importance as 3 stars, and obviously we'll go through the conversation. You don't actually have to do this one, though. It is kind of optional, and I'll explain that afterwards. See, Nyla's mannerisms always, like, kind of make me laugh. She just, like, she's very quick to just assume what other people are thinking, and it's very much a, like, down-to-business kind of thing. It's just like, no, I don't want to waste time, like, talking and debating over this issue. Oh, no, you don't want our help? Okay, sorry. And sometimes, like this, it leads to, you know, Micaiah having to be like, no, you know, I do want your help. Yeah, and the point that they're getting at here is not that Micaiah would refuse help from the Lagoo's, it's just that traveling with them is going to make them more visible, and the Dawn Brigade are kind of on the run. So being seen with Raphael and Nyla is going to call a lot of attention to them, but Volug has an idea. Oh, Volug, by the way, does not speak the common tongue, which, you know, is English in this English version of the game. But apparently he can just communicate with Nyla, and I guess Raphael, without actually speaking at all. He just kind of grunts. He's half shifted. Okay. And again, Nyla just being so, like, she cuts Micaiah off there. To the point that, like, I didn't even press the button there to advance the text box. It just automatically advances back to Nyla talking again. She just cuts Micaiah off, even in the, like, gameplay sense. He's still more than a match for any Bjork. Well, not any Bjork, but any Bjork that we're likely to encounter at this point in the game. How could you call Volig a dog? I always like that line too. This is a great info conversation. I'm really enjoying myself here. Blunt is exactly the right word for Nyla. I love Nyla's conversation. She doesn't get to talk a whole lot in this game, but every time she has dialogue, it's wonderful. Okay, so that base conversation, I mentioned it's kind of optional, so it's kind of implied that you get Volig out of that, and you do, but he actually joins at the beginning of the chapter regardless, so you don't have to do the conversation to get him. So Volig, so he's a wolf Laguz. He and Nyla are the only wolves in this game and in this universe. We didn't meet them in Path of Radiance, they were still in Hatari then. But yeah, you can see there with his stats. So in this part of the game, in part 1, he's forced into his half-shifted form at all times. So you can see, like, with strength, for example, his normal strength is 11. Normally when a Laguz shifts, it doubles their strength and all stats except HP and luck. So it would be 22, but because Volig is half-shifted, it only goes up to 16. So, it's still, like Nyla said, he's still more than a match for any Bjork, and that is true at this point in the game. He's going to do very well against the enemies that we face in this part. And he's a very useful unit to the Dawn Brigade. The big drawback to him is that, much like Soth, he doesn't get a lot of XP from these enemies, and he takes it away from your other units. So we're going to try not to overuse Volig, but he's going to be forced to every chapter from here on out. So we're going to get use out of him. Okay. Yeah, he is a level 15 to start with. Laguz, by the way, only go up to level 40. I might have mentioned that earlier, but I don't know if I did. Laguz only go up to level 40, so he's actually almost halfway. Well, not really almost halfway, but you know what I mean. Whereas Bjork get up to level 20 and then class change, and then get up to level 20 in their second class, and class change again. And so they have sort of 60 levels to go through, whereas Laguz only have 40. But Laguz gain XP a lot more slowly than Bjork do. So, anyway, continuing on, let's go through these last two info conversations. This Laura and Aaron one, I don't know why we have this now instead of at the last base, but let's go through it. Yeah, you saved us, like, you know, a week ago, and you've been traveling with us ever since, and we fought a bunch of Laguz bandits after that, and I like, sacrificed for you and healed you a whole bunch of times. Remember that? Yeah, I don't know why this didn't happen at the last base. Yeah, we heard about that in the original map narration prior to the prologue, or I guess it would have been it would have been prior to part one, prior to chapter 1, where they were talking about most of the men of Dane being sent to labor camps. And yeah, this sort of thing with the clergy was going on too, apparently. You'll have to become a bandit. Yep, that's right, Micaiah, we're bandits. Might as well play that generic bandit music as our fanfare instead. Alright, and finally, Dawn Brigade. Yeah, that's... I mean... Honestly, Micaiah seems to be right about these things, at least so far. She hasn't been wrong yet. Yeah, which is exactly what Leonardo says. Okay. I don't know about tenfold. Well, actually, maybe, because... Are you level 10? I don't know if you've leveled up that many times. But, I mean, you are quite a bit better than you were in the prologue. Although, well, okay. No, okay, because we left Navasa after Chapter 1. So, Edward, you're full of BS, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that got awkward. I mean, I don't know. Leonardo's right, but still, like, I get Edward's point too. He's fighting for what's right, and he just wants to do his part, and there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway. Ah, there's Nolan. Yeah. So Nolan does a good job of putting that in perspective, and yeah, I mean, Nolan's the adult in the room, I guess, in a lot of cases. I mean, he's, of the original 5 members, I mean, okay, I guess technically Micaiah's the oldest, but we don't know that yet. But yeah, other than her, Nolan is older than the others, and so he has that perspective, and he is kind of the leader of the group. Although, again, Micaiah is the leader of the group because she has superpowers. Anyway, Okay, let's do some item management here. So, gonna go ahead and give some of the things I don't need to the convoy here. Oh, that's Seraph Robe, actually, though. So, okay, there's another Seraph Robe in Part 1 that we're going to be getting. I'm going to save that one for later in the game. I have a specific use for it. But this one, I'm going to actually go ahead and give to Micaiah now. So, Seraph Robe increases her HP by 10, so or by 7, excuse me. So she'll go up from 19 to 26. For one thing, that makes her much more useful for being able to use Sacrifice, because she has more HP to give up for Sacrifice. But her HP is just really, really low to start, so I like giving her that first Seraph Robe. This way she can actually potentially endure an attack or two also. So it's really good flexibility to just give that to her. There is a third Seraph Robe in the game as well, but we're actually not going to obtain it during this playthrough, and I'll explain why when we reach that point of the game. That's not for quite some time. Okay. Now, other item management. Edward's fine for weapons, because that's right, he took Meg's weapons. Nolan looks okay. Leonardo, we can give that pure water to the convoy. We're really not going to need that. I tend to not use pure water very much, except in specific situations, and typically that's late in the game. We're not going to need that chest key in this map. No chests or doors here. Aaron, I would like to get you another... Well, okay, you've got plenty of use left on that Iron Lance. I'd really like to get you a better lance if I can. And then, yeah, Meg and Volg are fine. Okay, so then let's look at the bargains first here. Okay, so yes, we want this Wind Edge. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Wind Edge. And I guess I can... Yeah, I'll just give it to Edward. The Elf Thunder, I don't know if we're gonna need... Let me just check Ilyana's tomes real quick. Oh, yeah, she's got plenty of use left on both of those. We're not gonna need to buy her tomes for a little bit here. The Iron Longbow, if I were planning on using Leonardo, I might go for this, but I really am not, so... I don't need it. The Arm Scroll is also one of those kind of nice-to-haves, but I'm not going to go ahead and spend the money on it here. We are going to need to accumulate a few Arm Scrolls during the game. I'm going to need at least 3 of them in my inventory going into Endgame, but there's plenty of time to obtain them, and there are plenty that we can get for free. Also, at the shop, as you're doing preparation for Endgame, Amy is going to be selling several Arm Scrolls then, so there's no sense in buying the Arm Scroll now. Spirit Dust, though, excuse me, this is a magic stat booster. Again, with the stat boosters, I am just going to hoard them. I'm going to go ahead and buy this one and just stick it in the convoy. I may not end up needing it at all, but I just want to have it, in case I do. And so yeah, that actually does take up a good portion of the gold that we got from the last chapter and from that base conversation with Soth. So let's see what other management we need to do. So Mustin is still just selling bronze and iron weapons, and I guess only bronze daggers and knives for Soth, and still just basic thunder and light. I don't need any of those things right now. Yeah, everybody is still good on weapons for right now. Soth never used that bronze knife I bought for him last time. We'll get some use out of it in this chapter, though. And yeah, he's fine with the daggers he has. Edward, yeah, we already checked you. I already did this. Yeah, we're good. Sorry. I sometimes forget where I am in the base, and I have to double check a lot. It might be a... Nah, she doesn't need another light tome yet. Okay. Alright, so now let's go to manage. I don't think we... Okay, well we did pick up Beast Foe. So Beast Foe gives the unit you give it to effectiveness bonus against Beast Tribe Lagoos. We're not going to be fighting any Beast Tribe Lagoos for some time, so we don't need to give this to anybody yet. We're just going to let that sit in the convoy for now. And Shade was Ilyana's skill. I still don't want to give that to anybody. So we're not going to. I will mention, though, with Volug, so Wild Heart is the skill that allows him to half-shift. So there's a mistranslation here with the description of the skill. It says that it cuts experience points gained in half, but allows them to transform at any time. If that were accurate, this skill would be completely broken. How it actually works is kind of what I explained before. You only get half of the normal Lagoo's stat gain, so instead of doubling all of your stats, you multiply by 1.5. So yeah, if this were actually how the skill worked, it would be amazing. But I wanted to just point out that mistranslation because people get confused. Volug also has this Howl skill for free, which it's not super useful, but he'll get it every now and then if he gets hit by something at range. And since it only can be used by Beast Lagoos anyway, and he's the only Beast Lagoos we have, he might as well keep it. So we'll leave that as is. Alright, and then let's go ahead and award XP. So again, I want to just bring the characters that I'm training up to near level up if I can. Oh, Ilyana is actually a level higher than Nolan. I guess she got a boss kill in that last chapter, so she got a little bit more use than Nolan did. Okay, so we're just going to bring Nolan up to... Oh, I can't even get him up to 99. Okay, I can get Ilyana up to 99. And yeah, I guess I didn't get a whole lot of bonus XP from that chapter, did I? I'm not going to give any to Soth. Yeah, I'm actually just not going to spend the rest of it. We're just going to leave it. I probably didn't need to give that little bit to Ilyana either, but it's fine. And yeah, we'll just accumulate it for now. Again, nobody's capped any stats, so it's not going to be worth it to actually level anybody up through bonus XP. Not for a while, anyway. So, alright, let's go to supports. Edward and Nolan can't raise theirs yet. Laura and Aaron can support. We're going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, Leonardo, all of these characters already have supports, so... and obviously Volug is new to the team, so he's not going to be able to support anybody yet. Alright, and yeah, that takes us to the end of the base, so let's save. Oh, and I gotta remember to keep rotating my saves. Alright, and let's get out of here. Desert of Death. Apparently, Micaiah can also just understand Volug's grunts, which is interesting. I guess she can read minds, though, so it kind of makes sense. Okay. What are we gonna find here? Oh, a familiar face. General Taronio. And Zehark, another familiar face. Jill. Oh, I love these guys. All of them, they're great. So yeah, who could the Begnion soldiers be attacking out here in the middle of nowhere? Well, apparently Jill, Tironio, and Zehark. And also whatever they're protecting inside this building. Okay, so I'll overview the chapter in a bit. And of course it starts lagging as soon as I get to the chapter. As usual, I'm just going to reposition here, and then I'll save, do my practice run, and then we'll get into it. So, okay, the main thing is that we basically just want to take this platform and take control of it. If we can do that, we'll be fine. So, we're going to do that. The main thing I want up front is I just want to get my physical units out front. So let's get Edward and Nolan and Aaron out there. I'm actually going to swap Ilyana over to this side, because I want Aaron to just charge straight into the sword user here. So, and yeah, let's go ahead and swap those two. Okay, and this should be fine for deployment. Meg and Laura obviously bring up the rear. Alright. So, let's go ahead and save. And I'll see you shortly for the chapter. Alright, let's fight. Okay, so a couple things to talk about with this chapter. So first are the other units, Tironio, Zehark, and Jill. So actually, I'll show this. So there's an awful lot of defeat conditions here. So we have to defend for 6 turns. It's game over if Micaiah, Soth, or Volig dies. Of course, I would reset if anybody on my side was killed. It's also game over if any of the green units die. And it's a game over if the enemy seizes the seize point, which Tironio is guarding. Now, Tironio will never move off the seize point, so it's actually impossible for the enemy to seize it. A, because they would have to kill Tironio, which would already be a game over first, and B, because I don't think that the majority of the enemies here can even damage Tironio, let alone kill him. So these 3 will be pretty much fine on their own. It's possible that Zehark and Jill can get killed if they get very unlucky and take a lot of hits. Zehark starts with a killing edge, Jill with a steel axe and a hand axe, Tironio with a silver lance and javelin, and they all have vulneraries, so they will heal themselves if they get too badly damaged. Now that said, I don't want to just leave them to their own devices. We want to get up there and help them out and make sure that they don't get killed. But there's also a couple other things to worry about here. This soldier down here has a master seal, and we want to steal that from him. So Soth is going to have to come down here and take care of that. There's also a hidden item right here that I would like to be able to pick up. Actually, after the last chapter and having some absurd luck with hidden treasures, I looked up how it's calculated, and I actually had it wrong. I thought it was based on luck. It's actually based on skill. So the way that it works is that thieves have a skill plus 60% chance of picking up an item. So Soth would have a excuse me, an 80% chance of finding a hidden treasure if he stands in the right square, before it takes into account biorhythm. So basically, if you're in good biorhythm, it increases your odds of finding hidden treasure. Bad biorhythm will decrease your odds. And then for other units that are not thieves, it's just skill percent plus or minus the biorhythm bonus. So, of the other characters that we have, if I just kind of scroll through them, I mean, they all have pretty low skill. Soth is the highest of anybody anyway. Volig is at 18 skill when he's half-shifted. So, nobody has a particularly good chance of picking up that hidden treasure except for Soth, and Soth is going to have to be occupied down here. So there's a good chance we won't get it. It is a concoction by the way, the item up here. Concoction is like well, it's a healing item that heals 40, so it's like 2 vulneraries in 1 use. Anyway, I'd like to get it if we can. It's not a big deal if we can't. Alright, so as mentioned, Soth is going to come down here. The main thing is I don't want to get into this soldier's range because I don't want himself to kill himself on Soth in the enemy phase. So, you know, I can actually go ahead and attack this guy, because I want the knife equipped anyway to be able to counterattack that mage at range. So we're going to go ahead and just bronze knife at this guy, which probably means that fighter is going to run away and get healed. There is a priest over here, so generally if you leave these enemies down here alive, they'll run over and get themselves healed. And that's fine, I don't really care if they die. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. So the victory condition here is defend for 6 turns. Weirdly, on easy mode, it's actually a route map, so you actually have to kill all the enemies on easy, which I think actually makes the chapter harder. As it is, defending for 6 turns, this is a very short map. Honestly, because of that, and because of the desert terrain, and obviously not liking desert maps because they slow everybody's movement down, this is one of my least favorite maps in the game. It's definitely my least favorite map here in Part 1. Alright. Anyway. So, Ilyana. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and have you thunder this guy. Okay, that'll level you up. Let's get a good level this time, please. Okay. Magic and resistance. Not a great level, but it's okay. Alright, we're gonna have Nolan finish that guy, and yeah, we're going against Weapon Triangle here, so his hit rates are low, it's possible he could miss. But he got him. Okay. Alright. And the reason I lead with Nolan there is that he gives Edward a boost to his defense and avoid, and I would really like Edward to be able to dodge this if possible. Now, didn't dodge, but that's okay. Edward does do just enough damage to kill that guy with a steel sword, so that's nice. And now Micaiah is going to come up and weaken this other Myrmidon. And then Aaron will finish him, but I'm going to bring Laura up first, because this way we'll get her into support range for Aaron. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure what the bonuses are for them being in support range. Let me check that real quick. Okay, they get defense, hit, and avoid. So, okay, that was useful to increase his hit rate, at least. And then that last fighter back there, I'm actually going to go ahead and have Volig take him out. You could leave him alive and save the XP for your other units, but I just want to get rid of him. Okay, and then the big thing here is that these gaps here, the enemies can come down, but none of the enemies who are up here right now have ranged weapons, so if we just stand in front of the gaps, they can't jump down. So Meg, Micaiah, and Aaron are actually blocking off those enemies from being able to get down and attack us. And then we're going to try to climb up there and take that ledge as soon as we can. Yep, and as predicted, that fighter is going to go heal himself. Oh, Volig. Yeah, Volig does not dodge a lot, which most Lagoos are very good in the avoid department. Volig, for whatever reason, is just not. Oh yeah, and Zehark, by the way, has a killing edge. I know I mentioned that. The killing and killer weapons are, they have a very high crit rate, so Zehark tends to crit a lot. Being the fact that he's a sword master and he has a killer weapon. Okay, and then the main thing is just Jill can sometimes get herself killed because she'll overestimate her attacking prowess. But I think they're going to be fine. Jill dodged earlier, so she's still at full health. Okay. It's interesting that Soth can see from that far away. Yeah, you do know that soldier, Soth. In fact, I believe it was Tyronio. I'll have to look this up and verify it. I believe it was Tyronio in Path of Radiance who could be recruited by any of the children in your army. So Soth actually could have recruited Tyronio in that game. I feel like that's my headcanon, is that that is the canon recruitment of Tyronio, but it could have been Rolf or Mist or Sorin. Okay, so now, turn 2. So the main thing here is we need to take this ledge. And, well, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and swipe that Master Seal. I am going to actually keep the knife equipped again, because again, I want to counterattack these mages. And I just want to check real quick here. So, you would take 8, 5, and 5. Okay, yeah, you would be fine. Yeah, if Soth takes a hit on that first turn, like he did in my practice run, he can come dangerously close to death. But he's still on full health here, and he'll be fine. I think it's because I forgot to attack that fighter in my practice run. I just ran Soth over here, and so the fighter then came up and hit Soth, and then ran away to get healed, so anyway. And he also got hit by the mage that he killed on the first turn. So yeah, he was just getting unlucky that time. By the way, fire damage does bonus XP to Beast Lagoo, so that's why this mage hits Volig so hard. If you look at this, yeah, that's effectiveness bonus. Okay, now Volig, I really need him to help me take out these enemies up here. I need him to jump up and take out this soldier so that the other units can get up and fight. This is going to be dangerous for Volig, because, again, like I said, he doesn't dodge very often, so I really need to make sure I take all of these enemies out. I should be able to, though. Okay. And yep, he's down to 12 health. Now, I am just curious, assuming I take these guys out, I know the only guy down here that can reach him is this hand axe. What's your attack? 22. And Volig's defense is 13. So, okay. He would actually survive. I actually don't have to heal him necessarily. I did in the practice run of this chapter when I got to this point. I actually had to have Micaiah sacrifice for him. And I think I'm going to avoid doing that this chapter, this run, because I know that he can survive that hit. Okay. So now I would like Aaron to fight this guy. Because weapon triangle. Let's see, can I do 7 damage with somebody? How about Leonardo? Ooh, nice. Okay, you can do 9. Look at you being useful, Leonardo. Good for you. Alright. Good. And then, do we want Edward or Nolan up there? Because they can both only reach to that square. Oops. Okay, I suppose either one would be fine. Let's... Now, you know what? Let's give Nolan that kill. I have a reason for doing this, which is that Edward is going to get a kill for me later, most likely. So I'm going to try to feed Nolan. Plus, I'm also actively training Nolan in this run. Okay. And then, annoyingly, my other characters can't actually get up there. Even Meg, who's standing right next to the ledge, can't get past Leonardo here. And we're going to actually... Okay, before we do anything, wants to take out this mage, and I know Ilyana can do that. Oh, so magic weapon triangle. I also mentioned that we would talk about this when it became relevant. You can see next to Ilyana's thunder tome there's that green arrow. Thunder beats fire, fire beats wind, wind beats thunder. So it's just the same as lances, axes, and swords. You just have to kind of memorize that. The other bit of the weapon triangle that I'll mention with magic here is if I were to preview Micaiah against this guy, you can see that fire has an advantage over light. So the way that works is light beats dark, dark beats anima, and anima beats light. Anima being fire, thunder, and wind. So yeah, because there are so few dark magic users in this game, that actually makes light magic kind of bad, because it's pretty much always at weapon disadvantage against other magic. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and have Ilyana just take out this guy. And I guess I have some others there as a backup, just in case she misses a 93, but it should be okay. No damage, because Ilyana is apparently fire-retardant? I don't know. And we got a vulnerary. That was a dropped item from the enemy. Okay, and then... yeah, in the practice run, I actually did shove Micaiah and then have her come up here and sacrifice for Volig. I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm not going to actually sacrifice because I'm going to double-check my math, though, because I'm paranoid. His defense is 13. 22 minus 13 is 9. He has 12 HP. He will survive. None of these enemies can reach him. Okay. So yeah, I'm actually not going to sacrifice for Volig. I'm actually just going to preserve Micaiah's HP for now. And then we're going to get... yeah, we're just going to get Laura and Edward ready to jump up. And Meg, obviously, is also ready to jump up. Yeah, and that's annoying that it didn't kill that one, but those mages will at least die to Soth. Oh, hey, a dodge from Volig. That's so unusual. I was really, really expecting him to get hit. Alright. One dead mage. I guess that was the second dead mage over here that Soth has killed. And this will be the third. Alright. Alright, and then Tyronio, good, he's gonna take out that one with his javelin. And Zehark should take out that third one. Nope, he decided to just stand there instead. Okay, well that's fine. Okay, now these reinforcements up here, so again, this is the concoction square. Problem is, Ilyana can't take attacks from both of those soldiers. You can see... yeah, she takes 18 damage from that one, so I can't really try for the concoction with her right now, but what I can do is I can put her in range of just one of these two. And actually, let me just double check. Did she kill with... oh, that's interesting. Okay. She must be one speed short. Yeah, attack speed 14, 11. Okay, but that one has 10. Interesting. Yeah, I guess in my practice run, she must have gained speed on her first level because she was doubling this guy. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. I can just have her counterattack and kill this one instead. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to just place her right here. And actually, does she kill him with thunder? No, it's got to be Elf Thunder. Okay. So we'll place her right here. Kill with Elf Thunder, and then Volig is going to run over there as insurance, so if Ilyana gets hit by this guy, then Volig will be able to take out this other one on the enemy phase. If she dodges, then I can let her take an attack from him. Anyway, we got to take out this hand axe guy, And I know just the Myrmidon to do it. Yep, again, Edward is doing great with that steel sword. Okay, and then the important thing is I really want to plug this gap here. There's only 2 spaces they can climb up, but I want to be fighting these guys with height advantage here. So, just gonna check the ranges on these enemies. Actually, let's subtract you out. Okay, nobody can get close. Alright, can Volek actually... Yeah, Volek could go take out that guy, and then what is his movement? 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he'd be able to still get over here. So, okay. I think I'm going to heal him, have him go take out this soldier. He'll be out of range of anything else, and then he can still be an insurance policy for Ilyana. Okay. I like this. Alright, so now... I guess I could... Well, okay, what do you heal for HP? Because you're not going to be able to get Volek to full health. You would only heal... Well, 10 plus your magic, so 20. So actually, yeah, I would get more out of sacrifice. So, okay, I guess we sacrifice. So I guess I could have saved myself a little bit of time by doing that last turn, but it doesn't really make a difference. You just go kill this soldier. Okay. So yeah, Volek is pretty useful. The main thing that he's really useful for on this map and on a couple other maps in Part 1 is he has such high movement. He's able to get to places very quickly, faster than your other units can. I mean, his movement is 9 compared to most of our units have 6 movement, so that's a huge difference. That can be really nice. So, okay, now we're going to plug this gap. I want Nolan to equip a hand axe. I want, okay, I guess we can converse with Aaron. That's a really kind of rude thing to say, Aaron. Anyway. But yeah, Aaron plugging this gap now with a javelin, and he's in support range of Laura, which is nice. And then I want Leonardo... Yeah, I mean, it's not like he would get killed from down there if he gets hit, so... Okay, we're gonna have him go here. He can provoke an attack, too. And the boss is only able to reach this square, and that's why we're gonna leave it open for now. I'm actually gonna put Edward there with a wind edge, because Edward is the only one here who's fast enough to double the boss. And it's really hard to actually kill the enemies down there in time and be able to, get down there to kill the boss, so, anyway. Okay, now, just to preview this real quick, just in case these guys both decide to attack, 8 and 10. So yeah, you'd be okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just equip the card, because the card would be enough to take you out, right? Yeah, in fact, the bronze dagger probably would. Yeah, okay, I guess I only need to equip the bronze dagger. And, oh, wait a minute. That... I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I already stole that Master Seal. I was thinking I still had to do that. Oh, it's been a long night. Okay, so then in that case, we're actually just gonna run south this way, and we're gonna try to get him up there to pick up the concoction if we can. Lag is back. I'm sorry about the lag. Well, good job of dodging everybody up here, because in my practice run of this chapter, they kept getting hit from height penalty, and it was really annoying because you're not supposed to get hit from height penalty. Ooh, nice critical, Ilyana. Although you did get hit, which was the one thing I wanted you to not do. Ooh. Seahark, thank you so much. You took out that guy for me because he was standing on the concoction space. Now, I don't need Volig to come take him out, and Ilyana can go stand on the concoction space, and I can show this off. So that worked out really well. Nope, I was right the first time. Okay, if I scroll all the way over, you can see Soth has conversations with Jill and Seahark, and Ilyana actually has a conversation with Seahark. I didn't know that this conversation existed. So I'm going to show it here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get Soth up there in time to show the other ones. I will decide on how to deal with that in a second. I'm going to show this conversation first, and we're going to try for the concoction with Ilyana as well. So, talk. I love Ilyana. She's always hungry. It's wonderful. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a vulnerary here. And come on. No concoction. Okay, that's fine. Alright, and I guess, yeah, Volig on the next turn could try for it if Soth can't reach. Soth, what's your movement? Move is 7. Okay, and you're not really, yeah, you're not slowed down by the desert, so from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you could actually stand all the way down here. So yeah, that fighter's not going to die, I guess, but let's go stand on the space where both of those Myrmidons can attack him. And let's equip the card. Well, okay, again, let's preview this. Can I do it with the Bronze Dagger? Of course I can. Yep, because Soth is just that strong at this point compared to his enemies. And the main reason for just letting Soth kill these guys off is that I don't want to have to fight down this way and block off this gap. I just want them to kill themselves on Soth, and then, yeah, it'll be fine. I don't mind Soth getting a few kills. I mean, he does need to ultimately get some XP. Okay, and you, annoyingly don't kill. Because I really want the boss to come attack Edward. But that guy's going to be in the way, so, okay. Oh, can Meg rescue Leonardo? Alright, she can. So, we're finding uses for Meg, guys. I never would have thought that would be possible. Just to make sure they can't, yeah, they can't come around here and attack up. And these guys don't have javelins, right? No, okay. You don't have a hand axe. You don't have a javelin. Okay. So, we will weaken with Leonardo. We will rescue Leonardo. And then Edward can pick up this kill. And I hope that the boss decides to attack him and not that other mage, although he'll probably one-round the other mage, so he would kill both of them, I think. And then we'll have Aaron finish off this guy. Nolan will throw another axe at this guy, who will probably heal himself again. And yeah, neither of these guys can take Leonardo, so we can drop him. I guess Volig could. Yeah, because Soth is going to be close enough to go for the concoction, so I don't need Volig to do it. Okay. So let's go ahead and just take him and then drop him. Okay, and now Leonardo will be able to move on the next turn. This guy is the only one who can come get to Jill and Tironio, so I'm not worried. More XP for Micaiah. More XP for Laura. Alright. Yes, the boss is attacking Edward. Perfect. And yeah, like I said, I'm letting Edward get the boss kill because he's the only one that can double the boss. This guy, Whiston. Dane may not be known for winning its wars, but at least they know not to attack from height penalty like you. Yep, and he goes and trades for a vulnerary. Okay, and you're gonna attack Edward, interesting. I think that mage can get to Nolan, so the mage is probably gonna attack Nolan now. Ooh, weapon level up for Edward, good. Ooh, nice one-shot Nolan. Okay, so this went well, actually. We might actually be able to jump down and take out these guys for some extra XP. Ooh, good level, although you didn't get speed or strength, which are the two that I really would have liked. Yeah, we can definitely jump down there and attack those guys now. It's strange that the priest ran all the way over and healed that soldier instead of the one by Edward. Oh, I do have to watch that fighter, because he is going to try to go up the gap if I let him. You could have just let Tironio attack first, but nah. Okay. So it's turn 5. We've got 2 more turns. The only thing that does worry me a bit is that I don't really want to draw these guys down here necessarily. And, well, okay, these guys are slowed enough by the desert that, yeah, I really have nothing to worry about. Okay, let's go ahead and check these guys' ranges. Can I put Ilyana in range of them? No. And yeah, just to show, she doesn't have a dialogue with Jill or anything. And she doesn't with Tironio either, it's just Seahark. But now she's close enough that she can maybe take out one of these guys. Okay, Soth is gonna... Really? I thought... Man, I counted that out. Ugh. That's annoying. Alright, well, Volg's gonna go shove Soth then, apparently. And he's still not... Oh my god. Well, apparently I really screwed that up. But that's fine. This fighter will now kill himself on Volg, which is okay. It's screwed up because if I realized that, I would have had Ilyana try for the concoction again. And nobody else can get down there to shove him again, can they? Okay. Well, that's alright. We will just go right here. And again, I'm just going to step up here on the next turn and hopefully get that concoction. What's your biorhythm like? Normal, but trending down. Okay. Alright, so then the question is, can we... Well, okay, can Nolan... What do you do against this archer? You don't double him. Does Edward double him? Yes, but it's not enough. Yeah, they can all just only get to here. Although, okay, if we take this guy out, Edward can get to here as well. And then the only question is, well, okay, only one soldier can reach. So yeah, that works. Okay, let's do this. Although, I'm gonna have to kill him from a range. Yep. Actually, can I put Laura strategically in support range? 1, 2, 3. If I put her here. So, alright. Micaiah, stand here. Laura, heal Micaiah. Increases his hit rate slightly. There we go. Yeah, and I had to attack from a range because Nolan can only access this square, so I couldn't have Aaron standing here. And yeah, he can take 9 damage, no problem. And then... Oh, this isn't a gap. Okay. That was stupid. I forgot this is a wall. I can't move Edward through it. Alright, that's fine. Anyway, these guys both have ranged weapons equipped, and they're standing in front of the gap, so nobody can jump up. This guy can't even reach Nolan. I guess I'll slide Edward over and maybe he can jump down. And then I want Meg to just go stand here because just in case this guy decides not to attack Volug, I don't want him to be able to get up here. And let's... Yeah, let's go ahead and put Leonardo here too. Alright. Alright, that priest just killed himself by running right next to my guys. Okay, and then we just have to survive the enemy phase here, so we don't have to worry about Jill killing herself in the other phase, because there won't be another other phase. Now... Yeah, this archer is Oh, I gotta not leave Laura in his range. Holy cow. That would have been a mistake. And Micaiah as well. Yeah, that would have been real bad. Now, the archer is probably gonna go after Z-Heart because he can't counterattack. I'm just curious. You would take 19 damage and 15. Okay, so you can't handle attacks from both. So, yeah, I'll leave you in range of the archer, but the archer's probably not going to go for you. Alright, I've got one shot at this concoction. Here we go. Actually, let's check his... Okay, he's still at normal, so this should be an 80% chance to pick it up here. Alright, we got it. Good. Nice. And I wanted to get that, because it's nice to have a concoction at this point in the game. It's particularly useful for Volug, because he has very high HP and takes a lot of damage, as you've seen. So, it's good to have a concoction on him. So I'll swap that over to him at the next base. Okay. Now, these guys... Edward could come attack one if he wanted. Leonardo could go here and attack this guy. Would you double him? Your speed's 11, his is... Oh, you're 1 speed off. Okay, you wouldn't actually do anything to him. But yeah, the desert slows down these soldiers so much that they can't really come around. So, alright, let's go ahead and do this. Actually, can Nolan... I think he'd be able to get in front of Edward and stand where the soldier is. I think. Yeah, we should be okay. I could battle save, but you know what? I'm gonna actually risk it this time. Ooh, although, you know what? You don't kill him. Can Aaron come weaken him for you? Let's try this. Okay. And now... Okay, you still could very easily miss. Yep. Of course you did. Oh. That was a bad mistake, wasn't it? Crap. Yeah, Edward is deadward. Because even if I kill the first guy, I don't have anybody to block him off. God damn it. Okay. That was stupid. And Nolan is on such low health. Ooh, Laura could get down and heal him. Okay, hang on a second. So, your attack is 22, Nolan's defense is 13, so you'd do 9. But you'd hit him twice if he's holding Edward, because he's going to have a speed penalty. But, yeah, this works. Okay. I can just about bail myself out of this. We gotta rescue Edward. And Micaiah can't reach its sacrifice, but Laura can. And none of these guys can get to that square because they all have close-range weapons. Nolan... Ooh, I don't want him to kill this first guy. I could just trade all of his weapons away to Laura. Oh, this is such a ridiculous solution to the problem that I created for myself. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna trade all of his weapons away so that he can't counterattack. And then we're gonna heal him, because this is the way to ensure his survival. Oh my god. I can't believe how stupid that was. Okay, and then Volag, you come up here. Micaiah, you go heal the puppy. Okay. Ilyana, you stand where you are. Meg and Leonardo can stay. Alright. Yep, and as predicted, he goes for Zehark, because Zehark can't counterattack him. Okay, and you ran away to get healed anyway, so I didn't have to trade away all of Nolan's weapons, but still. Wait, he didn't get doubled, and he dodged while rescuing Edward. Okay. My god, okay. The end of that chapter was ridiculous. I'm glad that it worked out and that I didn't fail the chapter, because I would have been really mad at myself. But, you know what? It's all good. It's all smiles in the end. Okay. Alright. And now we have a reunion. Soth meets some old friends from the war. Where did Jill's wyvern go? Where is it just, like, hanging out right now? Because we're outside. Like, this would make sense if we were inside, but, like, what happened to Jill's wyvern? Is it just, like, hiding around the corner? Okay, anyway. Oh no, Azuka. Okay, so if you played Path of Radiance, you might remember this guy. If you didn't play Path of Radiance, you should just instinctively know that he is a bad guy. He is the worst of the bad guys. He is arguably worse than Ashnard from the first game. He's arguably worse than any of the villains in this game. he is just evil, and we're gonna get a lot of Izuka here in part 1. But, to be fair, none of these characters present here actually know who Izuka is, because none of our party in Path of Radiance actually encountered him. We only saw him talking to the other bad guys, and none of these characters here were part of that at all, so they don't know about him. Prince Peleus, Ashnard's son. We found him. And that's Izuka's theme. And again, if you didn't know he was evil, that's a very evil theme song. Yes, so he is touched in the head. Well, alright, let's go meet the prince, I guess. So yeah, even Tyronio doesn't like him. Now, in contrast to Izuka's theme, I love Peleus' theme. I love the harpsichord. Sorry, I was just kind of letting it play a little bit there. Anyway, yeah, this is Peleus. Consort and queen of our late King Ashnard, Lady Almeida. Okay. Interesting. He didn't know he was a prince until recently. Okay. Oh, we'll probably hear more about that later. Or, I guess, right now, I guess. I didn't realize this was happening now. Okay. Okay, so Izuka is the one who found him, so that's why he trusts Izuka. Izuka is the one who found him and told him he's a prince. But I guess Almeida seems to think that he's her son also, so alright. Yeah, it kind of makes sense that, like, wouldn't they make Tyronio, like, isn't he, like, he is literally a general? You would think Tyronio would be the perfect candidate for that. But, yeah, okay, to be fair, the Dawn Brigade are already, well known in Dane. Yeah, that's true. But, yeah, again, Izuka actually does make a good point. What's wrong with being a figurehead? But apparently, Sotham Nikaya don't like that idea. Which is also fair. I feel like both plans are good plans. Okay, so she had quite the sudden change of heart there. Okay. And now we get to find out why Micaiah had a sudden change of heart. You know we can't live in the public eye. Yeah, that's the problem. So the game is finally getting around to like hinting at what I've already been talking about. Micaiah being, much older than she appears, and etc., etc. It's going to go into more detail on that. And obviously Soth knows Micaiah's secret. And he's trying to keep her out of the public eye for that reason. Catchphrase. Okay. So, yeah, no turn bonus, obviously, for that map, because it always ends in exactly 6 turns. But yeah, we do get the friendly army fought bonus for our allies doing some work there. Okay, and that is the end of that chapter. So now we see what happens. We finally found Ashnard's orphan. He's got a crazy guy who's like trying to control everything. We've got Tyronio and Jill and Zehark in the mix. Things are getting interesting. And Micaiah has a dog. Thanks for watching One Brain Ops. We'll see you next time.